Sometimes it's very important to just stop and look at the journey.
Shavinism.
Hi everyone, my name is Yaron Shavit. This is Shavinism. If this is your first video, welcome. This video is basically about the YouTube journey. So I had a chat with a friend of mine recently, and I was talking about all what I want to achieve and my goals and where I want to get in life regarding my acting career, regarding YouTube. And she said, you know, sometimes you have to stop and look at the journey that you've actually gone through, which I don't do often enough, if I'm really honest. I usually look at where I'm headed, and I don't kind of stop to think what I've accomplished. And I think she has a point. Sometimes you do need to stop and think. So I basically decided to do a video sort of summarizing a year and a half on YouTube. It's 18 months now. I started Christmas a year and a half ago. What I did was I wrote down 6 questions for myself to answer. The 6 questions are, I have them written down here. What am I proud of? What have I learned? Is there a video that embarrasses me? How does making videos help in my personal life or in my profession? What video do I like most? And look into the future, what is the dream? So I'll answer these questions to the best of my ability. The first question is, what am I proud of? I'm proud of the fact that I'm being creative. For the first time in my life since acting school, I'm being creative on a consistent basis, where I give myself deadlines and I hold up to them. I have to come up with an idea. I'm very proud of the fact that I think my peers, other smaller YouTubers from the communities that I'm in, or the Facebook groups that I'm in, I think a lot of them appreciate what I do. You know, sometimes they private message me or write, you know, or write a comment or whatever it is. The fact that people who do this sort of day in, day out, or week in or week out, and they appreciate what I do, that to me is amazing. And the fact that a few of them have collaborated with me, and there's a few collaborations that are coming up. The fact that they want to collaborate, that they think that what I give is something that they would like on their channel as well, and they'd like to be on my channel. To me, that's the best feedback you want. And as an actor, which is a profession that, you know, your whole purpose in life is to be loved and appreciated. The fact that you guys watch it is to me, you know, I'm humbled by it. You know, someone texted me recently that they had a shitty day, and then they saw my video and it brightened their day. I can't put that in words. That's just that brightens up my day, and that makes me want to do more all the time. Shut up, Shavit. You just made a fucking video. Just move on and stop masturbating on yourself. Let's move on. What have I learned? I learned how much work it really takes. I learned how hard it is to edit. I learned how challenging it is to be creative. I think, you know, I look back at my first video or videos, and the truth is the channel's changed a lot. In the beginning, this channel was supposed to be these little Shavinisms, these little anecdotes about life, you know, videos that were like 15-30 seconds, maybe a minute. And that was kind of supposed to be it. I had these little Shavinisms that I would, you know, throw out, and that would be fun. I could film 5 a day, and it was, you know, very easy. And then it started, you start putting a little more effort into it. And the first time was I had a friend, Martina, and we did 12 steps to win an argument. And I just had the steps written down. And she said, no, you should do like these little in-between scenes showing the steps to win an argument. That changed the channel, because that got such good feedback, and all of a sudden editing became a major part of it. So then that changed the way I write, because I used to write it just as a linear, like, you know, like an actor in the theater, you know, this is the linear story. And then I started thinking of, you know, jump cuts and how to use the medium. I think that's my main point. I learned how to use the medium better, and I'm still learning all the time, because, you know, you never master it, and the medium changes, and what people want changes. I learned a lot about comedy in the sense that you know, you have certain conceptions, and then you see certain things that work and certain things that don't work. Pacing is a big thing. The other thing, and this is more to my acting profession, the fact that I film myself all the time and edit myself all the time is such a gift, because I go to an audition now It used to be this most terrifying experience. Oh my god, they're filming me. Wait. And now I'm so used to the camera being on me that I don't find it as challenging. You know, I may succeed, I may fail, I may do it well, I may not, but at least it doesn't frighten me. And the more I do it, the more relaxed I become. And the more I'm confident to take more risks. A lot of times you sort of play it safe and you go, I can do this very naturally. And the fact that you allow yourself to maybe surprise yourself, even. And I think it's the reason why this year I landed a few roles. Just because I came to the audition and I wasn't afraid of being filmed. And moving on. Is there a video that embarrasses me? There is one video that I think the joke was really missed. And it's called Faking Orgasms. And it was basically a very simple joke. But I think the joke was missed, and I'm embarrassed by it, not as much for me, but it was the first video I did with Christina, I think, or one of the first videos I did with Christina. And I was a bit bummed that we did a video together and it kind of flopped a little, and no one got the joke. Yeah, that kind of bummed me at the time. I mean, it's all part of the learning process now, but at the time I was kind of like, nah. Yeah, sometimes words aren't enough. Moving on. How does making videos help in my personal life and or in my professional life? So I've spoken a little bit about the fact that filming myself and editing myself really helps as an actor. But I think one of the things that I've really learned is to treat myself like a business. In the sense that I look at YouTube as a little bit like a business. Right now I'm a very small business with a chance to grow, but the fact that you have to sell yourself all the time and be proud of what you do. And it's very, very hard. That's why actors have agents, because it's very, very hard to say to people that you're proud of what you do. And I'm not there yet by any means, but I am getting better at it. And I think it's an asset to have to anyone, really. I think it's helped my confidence. We all want to be sort of comfortable in our own skin. And I think when you film yourself, you always have that dialogue with yourself. Am I comfortable? You know, can I just sit here, speak to a camera and feel comfortable, about everything, right? Like right now, if I'm a bit of self-aware, I'm very aware that I'm sweating. Like, am I comfortable with that? Am I comfortable with the fact that I'm sweating? Am I comfortable with the fact am I sitting straight? You become very aware of yourself, but that dialogue of your level of comfort and how you come across is something that, on daily life, when you have conversation, you don't always think about, but when you put on a camera, you become very aware of that dialogue with yourself. And in that sense, that's been a great help, I think, to me. And also, specifically in videos that are not comedy and express opinions, how do I express opinions? Does what I say translate to what I wanted to say? I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes you say something, you see it on camera and you cringe and you go, I'll cut that, that doesn't work well with the story, I'll just, very easy when you're editing, but in life we don't always have the chance to edit ourselves. And that's very important, actually. Which is a point I didn't think of until I actually started speaking about it now. But I think the fact that you do, how much you edit yourself when you talk, what comes across when you talk, that whole dialogue of me versus myself is something that is very, very important, and YouTube has been very helpful. I think I'd go as far to say as it's probably a main reason why I'm doing this. To better myself. Whew. Let's all take a moment. What video do I like the most? To me, that's a very difficult question because I get quite attached to my videos, some of them. There are two videos that I'm particularly proud of because I think they were original. One is the Queen watching The Crown, which at the time, I remember when I had the idea, I just thought, this is new. I haven't seen anyone do this. And every time I have an idea that I thought no one's ever done before, I get that feeling like, yeah, that feeling of, so I'm very proud of the idea. And the same thing goes for Ed Sheeran Shape of You parody. I like the idea. I like that I wrote it. I had a big help on Ed Sheeran. I had a big help with Martina, so she edits far better than me. So that was a big help. But I really felt on those two videos that you know, I challenged myself, and that I had ideas that were somewhat risky. Like before, I talked about risk taking. That was a bit risk taking. It wasn't my safe space so much, but I enjoyed doing it very much, and I've learned a lot through the process. So I'm very happy with them, and the fact that people like them at the end, for the most part, is a great sense of accomplishment. So the last question is less about the journey, and it's more sort of, you know, looking at the future. And it is, what is the dream? I would like my acting profession and my YouTube career to work symbiotically towards me being creative consistently, being a part of projects that I'm proud of, whether I created them or not. And I want to have a growing audience and people that sort of you know, appreciate me for what I am, for who I am, for what I have to say, whether I do it in a comical way, or whether I do it in a straightforward manner, like this video. I just want to have that dialogue with people. I want to communicate with people, and I hope that I will make an impact on them. And if I've, you know, influenced people in some way. And not to be too poetic, but I do want to leave a legacy. I hope not to be someone that, you know, is just forgotten. But yeah, I do want to leave some sort of legacy with these YouTube videos, with, you know, my acting career. I want to have that. Anyway guys, thank you very much for indulging me in this talk. I have tagged 3 people that I would really appreciate if you check their channels out. One of them is Christie Freya, who's an amazing teenage girl who's really nice, and I really like her videos. The second one is Definitely Not Katy, which is a lie. She definitely is Katy, but definitely not Katy. She's really cool, and I love what she does. And the third person is Driving Me Crazy, Dennis from Driving Me Crazy, his videos are amazing. He just does all these really thought-provoking videos that I really respect. Also, I'm supposed to collaborate with him soon, so he has to do it. And that's that. Please, I'll put links in the description below. Please do check out their channels. If you are new to this channel, please do check out other videos and subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you all next time. Every YouTuber now does this thing at the end of their videos where they put the hand to the screen and then the video cuts.